Um, assume we have roll call and citizens, no citizens petition, so we're on to approval of the minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved unanimously. I assume no communications and bills, consultant reports, etc. So we're on to Public Works Director's report.
Okay, let's see, well, we have an engineer starting the design for the UV disinfection system. We got a price from one consultant, because we have some on-call engineers. We got a price from one consultant. He was fairly high, so we got a second price, and he was much more reasonable, or they were. So we're got that all set. So they'll be starting that probably in the next couple of weeks. This is for replacing the chlorine disinfection system with the UV lights. And I think that's all I had. I'll let Harry have some things in the as far as personnel goes in his report. So
Okay, so we'll move on to the facilities report.
Yeah, so well, the operations supervisor position is vacant and the equipment operator is also vacant. That's it for personnel. The plant is doing well, meeting our permit. Our nitrogen removal is really good this year. We did have a couple of exceedances on the effluent during those high rainstorms recently. I mean, they were reportable. I don't want to say they're insignificant, but they were, they weren't they weren't like shutting down shellfish beds. So that's it for the plant. I mean, our projects are under construction. In the report, you can see which ones they're proceeding. That's it for the plant report.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Anybody have any comments or questions? No? Then I don't have a chairman's report, so I guess we're on to the old business, the Groton Housing Authority pilot. Bob Frick sent me an email withdrawing their request. I sent it to Greg, I guess. Okay. So
Yep.
there you have it. Is there anything we actually need to do on this, Greg, or this is just notification and
notification that he's withdrawn his request, and it sounds like they may or may not come back in the future, depending on what they find out.
right? Okay, then I guess we're on to new business in the 2025 budget.
Well, so, sorry that I had handouts here and I didn't have them electronically, so
That's fine. You all go ahead and discuss it, and I apologize again. I just totally
Yep.
spaced out.
You can scan it to you when I get home.
Okay.
all right, so we're in the budget process. The budget's due to the town manager at the end of this week. So we're just kind of wrapping up the budget for this year. There's still some tweaks we'll be making till the end of this week, and then once the manager gets it, there'll be some more changes, I'm sure, and then it goes through the process to the council and RTM. But just some highlights of it. The overall budget's about 8.7 million, which is about $1 million less than the current year we're in. Our intent, Harry and I have discussed it. Our intent is to keep the sewer user fees equal to what they are now, $36 a month for the residential. And I forget exactly what the commercial is. I think it's 0.055, something.
5.8.
5.8. Okay, thank you. So the intent is that we try to keep the budget so we don't have to raise the fees this year. Personnel costs obviously are up slightly with contractual salary increases. Utilities are up about 60,000. A lot of that's due to the electricity. The plant, the pump stations, use a ton of electricity. The payments and contributions is down 70,000. This is the line item, and we have just an approximation in there right now, but this is the line item where we pay about 7% of the overall budget to our finance department for administration of different things that they do for the billing and budgeting and all that kind of stuff. So because the overall budget's down, of course, this correspondingly goes down. Professional services are up about $90,000. This is primarily due to increases in cost of sludge removal. And also we have some required fuel tank testing. I believe we have to do every 10 years, and that's coming up this year. Materials and supplies are up about 65,000, primarily due to chemical costs, which have gone way up, and then just some general materials that have gone up as well. For the CIP projects, that one is actually down, which is where most of the savings is coming from, about $1 million. We've got a few projects out there. One is we're looking at a preliminary sewer design to extend the sewer up Route 117 where it ends, which is just north of the Marriott up to Center Groton, primarily for economic development. We get a lot of requests from different developers to look at developing that area, and the sewer is somewhat prohibitively expensive for them to extend it up there. So the town manager asked that we at least get some preliminary plans and good cost estimates together, because there is a lot of grant money out there, so that we're in a position where we can apply for grants pretty quickly if they come along if we have the plans and everything ready to go. So we have that. We have the Burgess Park pump station, the construction, which we've estimated is 1.2 million. That one's under design right now. And then we have the second of our two clarifiers, just to design to get that rehabilitated, because that's got the old equipment in it as well. So that's about it. I did attach a detailed sheet which breaks everything down, but it's, I want to go through every line item there.
I did send it to you, Hugh.
Okay,
Just, could you remind me, where is Burgess Park?
It's in the neighborhood, the guy that got cut off between Clarence B. Sharp Highway and 95.
Oh,
You know where Applebee's is?
Okay.
And you had just passed Applebee's heading towards Route 12 there, heading towards the sub base.
Okay.
On the right, just past where Clarence B. Sharp is, there's a road there. You go in there, it's like a little neighborhood of about
Okay.
60, 70 houses. But there's the Bridge Street pump station, which is down by, I don't know what the name of it. The old Caldors. Yeah, that's what the old Grossman's Lumberyard.
Show your age.
Yeah, I know. That pumps up to the Burgess Park, and then it
Okay.
goes. So it's not a huge watershed, but this is the pump station. It's like what they call a canned pump station. It's a big steel cylinder, and the thing's just rotted out. It's really not safe for the guys to even go in right now. Melissa and Harry have been diligently working on this. I thank them for getting all this into
Wow.
Munis and
Well, could you remind me something? There's a line item for debt service.
that's for the
The sewers mains off in,
Fort Hill Homes.
Fort Hill.
We put all the new sewer laterals and relined the sewer mains and manholes down at Fort Hill, Conic Bridge area. That
Okay.
was done.
Oh, so
Probably
you're,
like
you're
15.
Oh, is this-
town's debt, not,
Was
Not
there some kind of
going after.
bonding that went up?
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
see.
was-
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've got like 2 more years or something left on that, and that comes. Yeah, we're 20-year bond, so.
Okay. I probably should know that because we've probably discussed it every
You've been
budget
here for
session
20
for the
years.
last 5 years at least.
Yeah, I forget, I'll forget tomorrow that we discussed it here. So.
So anything else on the budget?
So just,
Um,
you already said this, but just remind me, it goes. How, does it go to town council first,
Well, this is the town manager.
town manager?
He's the one that goes to the printer March 15th, I think, by charter.
Okay.
Then it goes for distribution to the public and the town council. Then it goes to the town council. They go through all their sessions, and then once they approve it, it goes to the RTM. And they have all their committees. They have like a public works committee that looks at this. One
And
works budget. Then it goes to the full RTM.
right, and during the process, we don't, it's in June, once it's been approved and everything, then if we needed a rate increase, we would vote on it then, but we're not gonna have to do that, at least under this proposal, because there won't be any.
Yeah, we'll still vote on the rate, but just won't be
Okay.
an increase.
Okay. All right,
thanks for letting us off the hook.
Yeah, that's, of course, I don't have should point out, I don't have the available fund balance from finance yet. I'm hoping it's, because right now I'm showing it's like 1.2 million. You know, what our anticipated revenues is like 7.4. This is 8.7. Look on the bottom of this.
Yep.
The fine print for us. Usually the fund balance that's available to us is pretty good size, so.
that's it.
What's the difference between available fund balance and remaining fund balance? How do you know one and not the other?
Well, once I put in the available, that.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay. The
Yeah.
difference between the estimated and the, got it. An Excel function? Did you do this on Excel? Great.
This one I did, yeah, on Excel, yeah. They're like, because if you looked at the budget with all these numbers, it's like pages and pages of all the very detail, and I just want to look at one sheet that
Yeah.
I can focus in on, okay, this is really over, why?
Mm,
Look at the details.
Yeah.
This is a quick one, but I guess we're done. Is that right?
Yeah,
okay, y'all have finished, no further discussion on the budget? And actually, it occurs to me, Greg, you had mentioned that you were gonna be having a meeting with folks about like the Navy housing up here and the issues around infiltration and so forth. Is there anything, did that happen? Is there anything we need to know about that?
we met with the engineer, and Harry was getting in some information, which I think you got them all that, right? The maps and stuff, so that the engineering firm is working on it, coming up with a plan of, where they're gonna, go in and do their work. They're gonna go in at night and they do a dye study.
Right,
Once they kind of figure out which manholes they want to look at, so that they can really quickly identify areas to go in camera to see if there's, active, leaks or whatnot in the sewers. So that, it is progressing.
Great.
I think once we get some results, I'll probably have our consultant come in and give a report, give an update to everybody.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay,
next-
so I guess, sorry,
No, I was just gonna say, I think next month we talked about having, Beard and Mystic Cheese come in as well. Next month's meeting for an update.
right, so I think that's our last agenda item is just to double check that everybody's able to make the February 13th meeting. And I will try to be in person.
Let's see, February.
Gotta go
Well,
back and.
looks all right to me.
List of Dates.
Okay, and so Greg, you'll check whether Beard and Mystic Cheese can give us a progress update.
Yep.
And unless there's anything else, I guess we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Here, Bill from the noise.
Yeah, but you're supposed to second the motion.
Oh, second, sorry.
Okay, thank you all. I'm glad I was able to at least attend by Zoom.
That's right.
It worked out.
Did they ask you to take a
All right,
picture?
thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, you know, the odd thing about that, I mean, they should,